Maryam alayha salam in the Trinity. Some claim that the Quran wrongly claims that Christians worship Maryam alayha salam as part of the Trinity. They point to this ayah.
وَإِذْ قَالَ اللَّهُ يَا عِيسَى ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ أَنْتَ قُلْتَ لِلنَّاسِ اتَّخِذُونِي وَأُمِّيَ إِلَٰهَيْنِ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ.
From this, they claim that the Quran is saying the Christian Trinity is Isa alayhi salam, Maryam alayha salam, and Allah. But that's not what the verse says. Allah is addressing what some Christians actually did, which is worshipping Maryam alayha salam. And they did. The Catholic Church literally calls her the Mother of God, prays to her, and asks for her intercession. This is ibadah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, already defined it for us. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Ad-du'a'u huwa al-ibadah." So anyone making dua to Maryam alayha salam is associating partners with Allah. The sun setting in a muddy pool. Next, we got the classic sun setting in a muddy spring argument from Surah Al-Kahf. This is one of, if not the most used arguments against Islam. They point to this ayah, and they claim that the Quran is saying the sun sets in a muddy spring. And I don't know where to even start. The verse says, فَوَجَدَهَا, he found it. Meaning, it's from the perspective of Dhu al-Qarnayn. Just like in English, we say, the sun rises and sets, even though we know the sun doesn't actually rise or set. It's just how things appear from earth. Yusuf alayhi salam and the dirhams. The next so-called contradiction is in Surah Yusuf.
وَشَرَوْهُ بِثَمَنٍ بَخْسٍ دَرَاهِمَ مَعْدُودَةٍ وَكَانُوا فِيهِ مِنَ الزَّاهِدِينَ.
They claim dirhams didn't exist at the time of Yusuf alayhi salam. This is a historical mistake. But what these juhala don't seem to understand is that dirham can be used as a weight. Just like how in English, pound can mean both money and weight. In the past, a dirham was used to measure silver, just like pounds were used to weigh things before becoming a currency. Al-ʿazīz and potiphar. Some claim that the Quran makes a mistake by calling the man who bought Yusuf alayhi salam al-ʿazīz instead of Potiphar. But let's look at what the Quran actually says.
وقال نسوة في المدينة امرأة العزيز تراود فتاها عن نفسه قد شغفها حبا إنا لنراها في ضلال مبين.
The Quran calls him al-Aziz, not Aziz. Why? Because al-Aziz is a title, not a name. And the evidence? Look at what Yusuf's own brothers call him later.
فلما دخلوا عليه قالوا يا أيها العزيز مسنا وأهلنا الضر وجئنا ببضاعة مزجاة فأوف لنا الكيل وتصدق علينا إن الله يجزي المتصدقين. قال هل علمتم ما فعلتم بيوسف وأخيه إذ أنتم جاهلون قالوا أئنك لأنت يوسف قال أنا يوسف وهذا أخي قد من الله علينا.
They called Yusuf alayhi salam al-Aziz because it was a title, not a name. So, the claim that the Quran got the name wrong is just ignorance. These are just a few of the so-called contradictions that get recycled over and over again. In reality, every single one of them falls apart when you actually study the Quran properly. May Allah guide us all to the truth. Ameen.